going on? Happy Wednesday, and we are back. And it is another episode of Josh Schoner live, giving you some tips and helping you out in your business and hopefully getting you to move forward, maybe giving you some ideas of things you can do. But just like that, like I said there, my name's Josh. I help entrepreneurs build their business online. I help people add multiple streams of income to their life. And I just want to change the trajectory. That is a hard word to say. You ever try to say that word? Trajectory. Change the trajectory of people's lives and help them get closer to their goals and dreams. And so, as you can see, if you have been following me around and you've watched my lives before, I have a little bit different scenery behind me. You can see kind of right off in the distance here, that's the Captain America poster that normally was behind me. And now it's off on the side. I've twisted my desk. I've got a window back here. I'm going to get some natural light being able to come in and stuff. Obviously right now it's wintertime. And so once we hit 5 o'clock, there's nothing, right? It's dark. There's no natural light after 5 o'clock. But as the year goes on and we get more sunlight coming through, it's going to be nice to have some evenings where I'll actually have some sunlight in here. You guys get to see my books here that I'm reading. So most of those are ones that I've already read, but some that I'm already, still currently reading. And I'm going to get some stuff behind me and try to make it a little bit more, as my wife says, feng shui. But I'm also scruffy, right? Like I'm in need of a haircut bad. But one of the things is that we have an event coming up later on in the month, and I've been holding it off. I'm getting a haircut next week, but probably not till after my next live. So I'm going to be really scruffy next week, but I want to have a fresh haircut for our event for the end of the month. So I'm just letting it go. So you get to see me in all my scruffy glory. So especially with this shirt, like if I get it just right, you can't even tell where my shirt ends and where my beard begins. Like I almost want to see if I can hold this position through the entire live and see if people think I'm wearing a turtleneck or something like that. I don't know. Probably not. But anyways, as the title suggests, today I'm going to talk about a topic that is being pounded into you all. It's been beaten into your existence. You've probably heard this a billion times, but I'm bringing it up because I had a conversation with someone today. And the topic was not going to be this. Actually, I was going to switch things up because I normally don't talk about politics, but I was going to talk about the events today. We just swore in your President Joe Biden into the office, and that's awesome. But I'm not going to get into that, right? I wanted to just talk about it a little bit, but I'm not going to, because this topic, after the conversation I had, I have to get this out. Like the fire is burning inside, and if I don't release it, I'm just going to start having smoke come out of my ears. But so multiple streams of income. We've heard it all over the place. Everybody talks about it. You hear things like, don't put all your eggs in one basket. You hear things like, you got to have multiple checks coming in. So I'm going to go through a couple mindset pieces first, and then we're going to talk about how you can add multiple streams of income and how it used to be and how it is now, because a lot of people, I think, are confused on what multiple streams of income means, and they think that it's going to take them a lot of time. And I want to just completely debunk that myth and give you guys a real solid truth, talk to you about what exactly I am doing in terms of my multiple streams of income, and then give you some tips on where you can go to get that information, as well as, what you can do to talk to me about it if you feel like it. Don't matter if you do, don't matter if you don't, but I'm here to give you info, right? So let's talk a little bit about the mindset behind multiple streams of income, right? I covered the don't put all your eggs in one basket. So that piece right there is so crucial, because a lot of people forget about that, right? They say, well, people who have jobs, they put all their eggs in one basket. That's right. They do. They definitely put all their eggs in one basket, but it's because they weren't taught any different, right? And oh, sweet. James, what's up, my man? Live in the house. James is another guy that's got truth bombs. Like if you get a chance, follow that dude. He has some amazing posts that he puts out there. So thank you for being here, brother. I appreciate you. So, but anyways, so in the corporate world, right? And then, like I've talked about in the past, I still live in the corporate world. I still have a corporate job during the day. I have a pretty large income I need to replace, and so it's going to take me some time to do that. I don't want to leave my job till I'm out of debt. So I'm in that world. I experience that every day. And I can tell you from experience that they do not teach you to have multiple streams of income. That world, you go to school, right? They tell you, well, what do you want to be when you grow up? Well, what if I want to be multiple things when I grow up, right? What if I want to be a firefighter and I want to be a police officer and I want to be a skydiver and I want to be a marine biologist? Like, can I do all those things? And they go, no, you got to pick one, right? Well, why do we got to pick one? Because that's the way the system works. You pick something, you go to school, you get good grades, you go to college, you get a degree, and you get a job in that field. Hopefully, right? Hopefully. But the thing is that as you are going through these motions, you start getting this pounded into your brain that you got to find a job, you got to stay there, you got to, build up a retirement, maybe get a pension if they have it anymore. Pensions almost don't exist anymore these days. But you got to build up this portfolio so that way when you retire at 60, 65, 70, some people are working full-time jobs till they're 70 years old. Like a guy just retired from our company and he was 71 years old. And I asked him, I was like, why did you take so long to retire? He said, I sit at a desk and help people fix technical stuff all day. What else am I going to do? Go home and watch TV and watch sports and maybe go fishing? I said, yeah, like go do what you love to do. And he's like, nah, it's fine. I can do whatever. And oh, yeah. James, don't forget the gold watch. I love it. Yes, they always tell you got to get a Rolex or something. Maybe not. It's probably not a Rolex though. It's probably like a really fancy Casio, right? Because most people in the corporate world don't get paid enough to get a Rolex. But so here's the thing: is like that bugged me, and I said, why can't you just retire on what you had 10 years ago? And he said, I never would have survived. He goes, the last 10 years was where I compounded a lot of my money and was able to build up a portfolio. And I said, well, that's silly. Why didn't you do that the first 40 years you were working? And he said he couldn't, because in that time frame, you have to live, right? You have to pay a mortgage. You have to pay for a car payment, or if you pay your car off, great. Most people have credit cards. Most people have debts. So they teach you to stick with this one source of income and live within the means of that income. But listen to what I said, right? Live within the means, not below the means, within the means, because everybody's keeping up with the Joneses. Everybody's, trying to do what their neighbors are doing. Everybody's trying to do what everybody else in the cul-de-sac is doing instead of focusing on themselves, because they don't want to be left out. So in the corporate world, in the employee mindset, right? When you think like an employee, you think this way. You don't think out like this. You think like this with blinders on. Get up, go to work, go home, cook dinner. If you got kids, maybe you spend an hour or two with the kids. Kids go to bed. You spend a couple hours on your own. You go to bed. You get up tomorrow. You do the same thing. And you make the same income, and you might get a raise. You might get a promotion. You might get whatever. But most people are reliant on that one source of income. And right now, take the last year, for example, right? And I say a year because our pandemic really started about a year ago. And I know everybody's like always talking about the pandemic. No, I'm not going to go into that. But look at the stats. So many people lost their only source of income because of this pandemic. Imagine if, let's say, just 50% of those people had additional streams of income. Do you think our economy would have taken as much of a hit? Do you think that people would have been in such a hurt that people were losing their homes and losing their cars and, losing their kids? Here's the thing. I've seen friends of mine that have had CPS threatening them for taking their children because their house is being foreclosed on. And they're saying, well, you're not going to have a home. Well, how in the heck does CPS know that they're not going to have a home? Everybody knows everything in the government world, people. They talk to each other. Letters go out. But it's sad that people are having that problem because they were brainwashed into thinking that you have to have one stream of income. Now, let's keep in the employee mindset, right? If you want to get multiple streams of income as an employee, what do you got to do? Well, you got to go get another job. So let's say you work a full-time job and you work 8 to 5 and you want to add another stream of income. The way that they tell you to do it is to go get a part-time job somewhere. So maybe you go drive for Uber, you drive for Bite Squad or Food Dudes or DoorDash, whatever it is. Maybe you go work at the grocery store, or you go, work at a concession stand at the sports games or whatever it is, right? And you go get some extra income. Well, now you're working a full-time job and a part-time job. That's less time that you have for yourself. But let's say you're not satisfied with that and you have time on the weekends and you figure, you know what, I'm going to freelance a little bit on the weekends. My job gives me the ability, to do some things on the weekends that I could do. Why don't I go freelance and why don't I go make some more money there? So now you got 3 streams of income, but you're working 90 hours a week. You got no time for yourself. You got no time for a spouse, no time for kids, and you're exhausted all the time. But hey, my mentor at my job told me that that's how he makes $100,000 a year. So if he's doing it, I can do it, right? He's 20 years older than I am. I can do that. Doesn't matter. That multiple stream of income mindset is not truly multiple streams of income. I mean, I guess in a way you could say it is, but think about it this way, right? You're trading so much more of your time to make that extra income. So are you really making extra income or are you spending extra time? And I don't know about you, but I've driven for Food Dudes, by the way. So people that don't know that, I've driven for Food Dudes. I know how much those guys make, and I know how much you have to drive and go nuts and, breaking laws, running stop signs, running red lights to try to make your deliveries and all that crap. And you don't make enough to make it worthwhile. My time is more valuable than the little bit of money I made making delivering for Food Dudes. And so I think about that and go, am I actually adding another stream of income, or am I actually in a deficit because I'm taking away more time from what I love to do? So done beating the horse on that one. Just wanted to get that out there mindset wise. That's how the employee thinks about it, right? And I've been there. I still have a job. I understand it. I used to think that way until I got into the marketing world. Now, I've been an entrepreneur for many years. I've done things, I've built computers. I've traded and sold things. I used to plow snow on the side. I've done all these things as an entrepreneur and I've made money here and there, but they all took time. And so I didn't really understand the power of multiple streams of income without adding more time until I got into the online marketing world. And yes, James, you are so right. Time is way more precious than a few dollars. I would rather not be able to pay to go out to eat or have that extra nice car or whatever the case to have more time with my family. Like, I would rather give up nice things than give up time with my family. So you're on point with there, brother. But yeah, so getting in the online marketing world, that opened up my mind to really understand what multiple streams of income really means. And when you think about people who are millionaires in the online world, and there's quite a few. I mean, you can just scroll through your pages, your page follows, right? People that you follow, gurus and experts and all those people. And I can guarantee you at least 50% of them are probably millionaires, especially anybody who's verified on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, all those things. They're probably bringing in either multiple 6 figures or 7 figures a year. Now, that doesn't always mean that they're profiting that much, but if you make $1 million in a year, you're technically a millionaire. It doesn't matter how much you spent, but you made that in revenue. I mean, that's what they call businesses, right? You're $1 million business if you did $1 million in revenue. So we talk about millionaires and you think, well, what does millionaires have to do with multiple streams of income? Well, studies show that the average millionaire has 5 to 7 streams of income at any given time. And they rotate, right? They're not always the same. They have a few that are probably pretty static. They have a few that they work on over quite a bit of time. There's a network marketing leader, top earner that I followed for many years. He had to switch some things up recently. And those of you in the network marketing world, you might know who he is. I'm not going to say his name, but the company he was with had some problems. He moved companies. But here's the thing. The dude's been a millionaire for many years. And even he has multiple streams of income. He doesn't need it, but he has multiple streams of income. Now, this is where it's going to get interesting. I, being a network marketer myself, I've been told many times in previous companies and the current company I'm in that your multiple streams of income in the network marketing world is your multiple legs on your team. False. That is a myth that I'm going to debunk right now. That is absolutely 100% positively false. Multiple streams of income is multiple points of incoming money. So if you are part of a network marketing opportunity, and let's say you have 20 people on your team and they have gigantic teams, and you make, let's say you make $1 million a year, right? Does that mean that you have 20 streams of income? No, it does not. You have one stream of income because that company pays you one check. One. And this is the conversation I had with somebody else today, because they were trying to tell me they've got multiple streams of income, and we talked about it and they finally let it out. And I said, no, you're a network marketer affiliated with one business, meaning you have one stream of income. That's it. If that company were to fold tomorrow, you no longer get a check from that company. Those 20 people on your team are not multiple streams of income. They all also don't get their money. So they ain't paying you anything. And most of the time, they're not paying you directly, right? They pay their money, they bring their team to the company, and the company then loops that all together, figures out the commissions, and pays you one check. So myth number one that we're debunking today: network marketing is not multiple streams of income unless you are in multiple network marketing companies, which I will tell you, most professional network marketing companies, the bigger ones that have been around for a while, forbid you from being part of another network marketing company. So if you are part of more than one, you're probably breaking the rules, which more power to you if that's what you want to do. But I don't do that. We stick to one network marketing company, that's it. But that doesn't mean we can't be a part of other things, right? We just can't be part of another network marketing based company, but we can be part of affiliate companies. And so this is where people have kind of a little bit of a myth in that too, right? They say, well, if you're in network marketing, they won't let you be in affiliate marketing. Wrong. They will let you be in affiliate marketing. And as long as you're not soliciting people from that company, which means actively going out and asking them to join your thing, you're still in compliance. Which means if they come to you and say, hey, like, let's use James, for example, because he's nice and active in my comments here. Say, hey, James, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to ask you about what you're doing, right? And let's say you're in network marketing and affiliate marketing. I say, what are you doing outside of here to make this extra money? Because I've noticed that your team's not very big, but you're making a bunch of money and you got free from your job. Like, what are you doing? That is not solicitation from you to them. That's solicitation from them to you, right? You didn't solicit them. They came to you and asked what you're doing. That's still within the guidelines of your network marketing company. So here, what we have is now we're getting into a piece where you can add another stream of income by saying, hey, I like this product over here, or I like this service, or I like this course. I want to promote this. I want to make this well known that people can get this information and I can make a little bit off of that. That's another stream of income. And especially when you start getting people in there, you can start making some money. So now you've got one stream here and one stream here. Or in my case, for example, I've got my job and I've got network marketing and I've got affiliate marketing. This is where it gets even better. Affiliate marketing has no limits, right? The sky is the universe is the limit. Not even the sky, the universe is the limit. So as you get into affiliate marketing, you can expand that into multiple affiliate offers to be able to identify different niches of people and different problems that you can solve as an entrepreneur. So let's say you decide, you know what, I want to do these extra things and promote these extra courses or products or whatever. And because maybe someone says no to your marketing course that you promote, but you see that they're having a problem with their emails, right? Like they just don't really have the right flow, and they could probably do good with like a coach, right? And your coach says, hey, if you refer anybody to me, you get a $250 commission when they buy my course or get my coaching. Sweet. Refer that person to the email person. They buy something from them. You make a commission. Boom. Third stream of income. You see how easy that is to put that stuff together? Now, here's the last myth we're going to debunk here is people say, well, if you're adding multiple streams of income, you've got to be putting a lot more time. And I just don't have the time to add these other things. So I'm just going to buckle down on, on this one thing, and I'm just going to stick in this one thing. I'm going to put all my eggs in this basket because I can't spend the time to do more things. Guess what? There are so many things out there that don't take more time. I said it. There are so many things out there that do not take more time for you to promote, for you to make money, for you to help people. Like James said, right? Tools to solve the problems. And there are a ton of problems for people. Abso-freaking-lutely. And I'm sorry if I feel like I'm yelling at the camera, but man, I'm passionate about this because over the last few months, I've been able to expand my inner workings in my business and be able to add multiple streams of income. And this is the biggest problem that people have is they're like, well, I can't spend more time. And I always tell them, well, what if I told you you didn't have to spend a lot more time? What if I told you you could add another stream of income for an hour or two a week? That's it. An hour or two a week. And they go, yeah, that doesn't exist. Okay, well, if it did, would you be interested? And they go, no, I can't take the extra time. I'm sorry. What I heard was an hour or two a week that you probably spend on your phone, on TikTok, scroll zombie through Facebook, watching your favorite show. Could you take a little bit of that time and put it into another stream of income and something that's fully automated that you could actually push through and help people in a way that nobody else could? I don't know about you, but I could. And I did. And then I did it again, and I did it again, and I did it again. Because what happens is when you get in that world with people that are actively pursuing multiple streams of income, right? You start learning where all the good little buckets are, right? You find those little pots of gold, not the big pot of gold, but you find those little pots of gold and you start pouring those little pots into your big pot. You start taking these little bits here and there and you start putting that all together. And next thing you know, your income starts going up. I'm going to let you in on a little secret. In the last 3 months of 2020, my wife and I put a few different things together. We actually started an email marketing campaign. We started a few different things, and we added 4 streams of income to our portfolio in a matter of 30 days. And then in the 3 months after that, we made more money in that 3 months than we did the entire 12 months of 2020. So the majority of our money was made the last 3 months of the year because we found a niche to get into. We found where we could align some things with our values and our abilities. And we put some automated things together that allowed us to promote different tools and different options for people. And we got more people to say yes. We got more people to do things with us. We got more people to look at the things we had because we had options. We had multiple areas that people could get help. It wasn't just about us making money. We realized, hey, we have a gap. Where's the gap? Guess what? When you find the gap, fill the gap. When you find out where you can't help somebody, figure out how you can help that person and fill the gap. And as you find those holes, fill those holes with things that you can help people with. If that's a new skill you need to learn the skill. If you don't want to learn the skill, then don't. It's fine. But here's the thing is that adding another stream of income is not that hard, but you have to be willing to take the chance. I was telling a friend of mine here right before I got live, she was asking for some advice. She's been having some problems and she's like, I don't know what to do because, my fiance doesn't want to do this thing that would be really good for him. And he thinks that he's not qualified. And I said, you know what? Like Wayne Gretzky said, I grew up watching Wayne Gretzky playing. You miss all of the shots you don't take. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take, right? And so the power behind multiple streams of income is you're going to miss out if you don't get on it. But here's the other power, right? Here's the big, right? The big drop, the golden nugget is that if you have multiple streams of income and one of them goes away, or even 2 of them go away, you're not to zero. Most of the time, right? Unless those other streams aren't running. But if you have multiple streams of income bringing in money actively and you lose a couple of them, you're not going to be down to zero. You're not going to be down to nothing. You're going to be okay because you're going to be able to buckle down on a couple things that you're already working on. And then you're going to be able to add some more things later on. It might take a month or two of struggle, but that's okay, because that struggle, right? That adversity, that failure, that heartache that happens, there's a seed of equal or greater benefit on the other side of that. So when you're going through that struggle, you're going to have some good things come after that, but you got to be willing to go through it. And so my final thought here to you guys and to everybody who's watching, whether you're live, whether you're on the replay, you really need to think about getting multiple streams of income rolling for you. And what I think is really good is when you can find streams of income that actually fit together, right? So if you can find streams of income where they kind of run together, maybe they're linear, or maybe they kind of connect to another service or whatever. Like for my wife and I, for example, Katie and I, we have a couple different offers. One of them helps people build their email list, and it's what's called a viral list builder. And it also has commissions behind it, and you run traffic to it, you get leads. There's different ways to make money. There's different streams of income inside that one. And then there's another one that has multiple streams of income inside of that for different products. And both of those connect to a specific traffic source. And for those of you that are part of those platforms, you probably know what I'm talking about. For those of you that are not part of those platforms, let me know, because I definitely would love to help you add multiple streams of income to your portfolio and help you kind of start working on getting those things rolling. Because I'll tell you what, is for the first time in a long time, I'm actually not afraid of what the future holds. I'm not afraid of what's going to come at me. I'm not afraid to lose my job. I'm not afraid to lose a stream of income, because I've built myself a portfolio that allows me to continue to push myself forward. We still do run our network marketing business. We still do our email marketing. We still, I went back to blogging because I've been able to free up time, because I've been able to automate a lot of the things that I'm working on, because I found things that work together. It doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be this astronomical goal that you're like, oh, well, if I'm ever going to be a millionaire, I got to come up with 7 streams of income. And how am I ever going to do that? Woe is me. Stop it. It doesn't have to be that way. Take a chance, take that shot, shoot at the goalie a couple times, be a Wayne Gretzky, right? Just take those shots. Even if they don't go in, take them. Because you know what? The biggest thing that's going to happen is you are going to push yourself forward, or you're going to learn a lesson. And that lesson could be that you don't do that thing, or that lesson could be that you learned something, or you figured out why you're failing in another area, and this one thing opened that up. Regardless of what it is, you need to take that chance, and you need to move forward, and you need to stop sitting on your butt and just thinking that things are just going to come to you when they decide to come to you. You've got to reach out and do those things. It's not hard. It just takes a little bit of action. It takes some consistency. It takes some patience, because these things don't happen overnight. Don't believe the guys that tell you they just woke up one day, started an opportunity, and bam, you're making $10,000 a day. Guess what? They put years of time into building something before that. Years of time. I'm seeing people start from zero and in 6 months be able to get to a point where they can leave their jobs. But yeah, it just, it gets me like crazy. Sid the Kid. Oh man, Christian, I wish I had more time for that. Dude. Oh, so I don't want to get into that right now, because I do got to go, because I have a call I'm going to get on here with someone getting another stream of income. Hey, check that out, right? So I'm going to drop something in there later. Check it out, guys. See what you think. Hit me up. Let me know if you have questions. Let me know if you need help, or if you just want to chat, you just want to talk. I'm open either way, but I love y'all. I hope you all have a great day, and we will talk next time.